KOIN 6 News This Morning starts right now.
Now at 5, disturbing new details after a hiker was found dead. Now officials say she was likely the victim of a cougar attack.
Plus, another day of classes canceled for students in Battleground as tense contract talks continue.
And it's being called the storm of a lifetime. We are live this morning tracking Hurricane Florence as it speeds towards the Carolina coast. Thanks for being with us here on KOIN 6 News this morning at 5 a.m. I'm Jenny Hansen.
And I'm Trevor Alden for Ken Body. Want to get a first look at your morning weather and traffic. Kelly Bayern and Carly Kennelly are standing by, and Kelly's got a little bit of rain in our neighborhood too. Hey, Kelly.
Well, that's right. Good morning. We did see some rain yesterday, about 1/10 of an inch of rain in Portland, so that's new. We haven't seen that much since June. But right now, sitting quietly outside, cloudy skies, in some areas getting some light precipitation. Temperatures in the upper 50s at the moment. Here's a look at our bus stop forecast. We'll stay in the upper 50s heading into our later morning with a chance for isolated showers out there. By the afternoon, we'll keep those spotty showers in the mix today, with even a chance for an isolated thunderstorm rolling through again. Likely by 2 to 8 p.m. we may see one of those with some heavy downpours within those heavier rain cells. But temperatures today ending in the upper 60s. We'll talk about those hurricane tracks, and for our region, when we may see those showers pushing out. My full forecast in just a bit. But first, Carly, good morning.
Good morning. All is nice and quiet out there on the commute. You can see that the metro area looks great, and the drive times do as well. I-5 southbound, 8 minutes from SR 500 to the Fremont Bridge. I-84 westbound is a 5-minute commute. You can expect 4 minutes on 26 eastbound and from 217. This is I-205 southbound with 11 minutes from Highway 224 to I-5. The usual drive time when nothing's slowing down there on 217 southbound, only 8 minutes.
Thank you, Carly. And we begin our news at 5 with a crime alert out of southeast Portland this morning. A man accused of attacking a woman inside her apartment.
Elise Haas is live this morning with more on what happened and a look at the suspect's long criminal past. Elise?
Well, you guys, a stranger attacked a Portland woman in her own home in the middle of the day. And police say that the man entered the home in southeast Portland and then sexually assaulted the victim. When officers first responded to this as a burglary around 3 o'clock on Monday. And police say the 39-year-old Damascus Menifee got into the apartment near southeast 160th Stark through an unlocked door. When officers arrived to the apartment, they learned that the suspect was inside with a woman who could be heard calling for help. And police quickly entered and took the man into custody without incident. They also ensured that the victim was safe. The mother of the victim told us that she was there when the man was arrested, and investigators say he sexually assaulted the woman while her mother, who was also attacked, ran for help. And as you can imagine, her mother is devastated and speechless.
He was trying to take off her pants, and the police had arrested him, and I was holding my daughter right here, and I told him what I was thinking of him. And it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. There wasn't enough words to say how much I didn't like him.
He faces multiple charges, including rape and assault, and we checked, Menifee has a criminal history dating back nearly 25 years. And he made his first court appearance yesterday, and as of this morning, he remains in Multnomah County Jail. Reporting live in downtown Portland, Elise Haas, KOIN 6 News.
Pretty scary stuff. Thank you, Elise. Well, developing now, Clark County investigators searched a youth mental health and substance abuse treatment facility after multiple allegations of sexual misconduct. The sheriff's office has been investigating Daybreak Youth Services in Brush Prairie since June. Allegations include unlawful sexual contact between youth clients and unlawful sexual conduct between a staff member and a youth client. Yesterday, deputies served a series of search warrants looking for documents, video, and email records. Investigators are asking any former clients to come forward and talk with them.
We're learning about a Clark County Fire District 6 captain facing sex abuse charges. The alleged victim reported back in May that Scott Taub touched her in a sexual way during a training exercise. Detectives cited him in August for sexual abuse in the 3rd degree, and yesterday he was arraigned with the sex abuse charge along with harassment. Now, he also worked as a contract employee for Washington County and trained new emergency medical technicians.
It's 5:04, and the family of a missing hiker found dead from a suspected cougar attack says she lived life to the fullest to her last day. The body of Diana Bober was discovered Monday off Hunchback Trail in the Mount Hood National Forest, but it wasn't until the next day her sister Allison learned the shocking details.
Now, I would rather the story be that she fought the cougar and got away. That's the story I'd much rather be telling 10 years from now. but it's who she was. She went all in.
Investigators are waiting for DNA results to come back to confirm that it was a cougar that attacked Bober. With 6,600 cougars in the state, sightings in the forest, including the trail, are not uncommon, but attacks are extremely rare. As a precaution, the trail will be closed and Oregon State Police will patrol the area while a number of agencies work to find that cougar.
Well, schools remain shuttered in Battleground this morning. That's after teachers and school officials spent yesterday at the bargaining table in Olympia trying to end the 2-week-long strike. Now, Battleground is the only Southwest Washington district still on strike. Teachers want more state money set aside for teacher pay than what the district's offering. The school board passed a resolution that if the teachers are not back to work by next Monday, their September paychecks will be suspended. Teachers say they will remain strong.
I know the teachers are on board with seeing this out, and we've had regular meetings about the eventuality, or if it does become an eventuality, but I think we're really kind of entrenched in this. We want to see it through.
The district says it is trying to resolve the bargaining without having to go to court to force teachers back to class. And we have just learned there will be an emergency school board meeting tonight at 6. Of course, we will be there, so look for updates tonight on KOIN 6 News. Also, download the KOIN 6 app and sign up for news alerts. We'll send out information about that meeting as soon as we learn something.
This morning, millions of people are bracing for Hurricane Florence as it churns toward the southeastern U.S. The Category 4 storm may still be at that strength when it makes its expected landfall in the Carolinas, either later today or later tomorrow or early Friday morning. Now, Florence could dump as much as 2.5 feet of rain on some places. And coming up at 5:30, we're going to be live in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina, with the latest conditions ahead of the storm.
And to the Pacific Ocean now, we have our eye on the beaches of Hawaii as Tropical Storm Olivia lashes the islands right now.
And behind us is actually some brand new video that we got in overnight. Those winds are just starting to pick up around Waikiki. Our Cole Miller's there and has this report.
Oh, paradise, paradise. It's just so beautiful. Everyone is so relaxed, so nice.
From the Big Apple.
We're not used to that back in New York.
To the beaches of Waikiki.
I'll take this any day.
These two are making the most of their stop along these picturesque waters ahead of Tropical Storm Olivia.
He's from Cuba, so he's used to hurricanes. He's not so worried. Everyone we ask, they're like, oh, don't worry, it's going to be fine. It's just a little rain and wind. You'll be fine.
By the looks of it, you wouldn't think that potentially damaging winds and rain are on the way, but officials warn, be ready just in case.
We didn't even know, no.
And all the way from Denmark.
We just arrived like 2 days ago.
3 generations taking in the beauty here before setting off to one of the other islands, waiting to see just what Olivia has in store.
We are flying to Maui in 2 days, okay. And I guess it's really hard to say if the schedules will be the same. I don't know.
And we can't forget about the locals. I spoke with one man who's lived on Oahu for more than 3 decades. He tells me over the last 7 or 8 years, hurricane fatigue has become a real problem for those who call this island home.
There can be this concern that one of these times that they tell us to get prepared. It's like crying wolf, that at some point we're going to say, well, last time it didn't hit, and then it finally hits, and a bunch of us didn't prepare because of it.
And while those tourists come and go, those living here, those who have seen how this ocean can transform into something completely different, say they're not going anywhere, ready for whatever lies ahead.
But we love living here, so there's no, we're not going to, most of us are not going to move because of the threat.
In Waikiki, Cole Miller, KOIN 6 News.
And we have meteorologist Kelly Bayern here keeping a close eye on the path. What's the latest here, Kelly?
Well, here's the cone of uncertainty where this tropical storm is tracking towards. And again, the entire Hawaiian chain under a tropical storm warning. Again, this will affect all islands here. We're looking at sustained winds now around 45 miles an hour. So winds, not the biggest issue for this tropical storm. The main issue will be the rains here. Maui getting up to 12 inches, so almost a foot of rain, even higher in some isolated areas. Honolulu, 5 to 8 inches. So lots of rain and flooding along the coast, but also inland, a big factor for this storm here pushing in. And again, and we're expecting that any point this morning through the morning time to see landfall here of this tropical storm. But in our area, looking quiet this morning. We are seeing some lingering showers out there. Cloudy skies for us now. We'll keep spotty showers throughout today with some sun breaks in there as well. And this afternoon, a chance for thunderstorms again rolling through again by the afternoon. So today, looking at a cooler day with spotty showers. But again, we'll talk about those hurricane tracks more in my full forecast in just a bit. Carly.
Well, there was a crash briefly on I-84 westbound, just west of I-205, but that already cleared. So that's great news. You're not seeing any delays. Let's take a look now at drive times and I-5 southbound in great shape with 14 minutes from the Salmon Creek interchange to the Fremont Bridge and 11 on I-205 southbound from Penn Parkway to I-84. Now, if you're taking I-84 westbound this morning, it's moving nonstop. You've got 14 minutes from Troutdale in and 5 minutes in from I-205. Here's your 26 eastbound drive, 11 minutes. And 13 minutes westbound to Hillsboro. Look at I-205 southbound. It's 12 minutes from Highway 224 to I-5.
Thank you, Carly. It's now 5:10, and there's a lot going on in Clark County over the next few weeks.
The Northwest Natural Parade of Homes kicked off last week, and Cor Harlan is live this morning with all the fun. Cor?
Good morning, Trevor and Jenny. We are out at the Clark County, Northwest Natural Clark County Parade of Homes this morning, and it is, we are in a beautiful, beautiful home here. We are in home number 8, the Cascade West development, the Eagle Peak home. And as you can see, this is very typical of what you'll see out here if you're looking for some ideas for homes, things you'd like to incorporate into your own designs, new houses out here, and it's all pretty cool. Jim Barrio has done this show for a long time, knows a lot about these houses. Yeah. These seem to get more spectacular every year that goes on here.
This might just be the nicest show we've ever done. We have 10 spectacular homes right down here by the Camas Meadows Golf Course. So when the sun comes up, we can show that in a little while. But inside this home, this is really indicative of the style and just the majesty, as you said earlier. Right. You'll see at the show this year. What's
so majestic is you walk in the front door here, and look what you got here. What does it say? The ceilings are 14 feet tall, box beam ceilings with an accordion door. This is a 3-bedroom suite, 3 full and 1 powder bath. Jim and I are going to, we've been walking around. We always like to kind of walk around here and check out what's in here. Invariably, we wind up in the game room or in the looking at bathrooms or toilets and showers. I don't know if we want to do that, but that's an entertaining part of this. But check this out. Now, how's this for a west wing of your house in here?
Well, I would probably spend a little bit of time in here. I mean, you got a pool table, you have this amazing, entertainment section, but also outside, because you'll be back in this home a little later with the builder himself. There's actually a pool outside, too, which we'll show in a little bit.
Wow, wow, wow. All right, Adam's standing in front of a wet bar, a pool table, and a big screen TV. I don't know much more that you need. The Northwest Natural Parade of Homes up here near Camas Meadows Golf Course up here in Camas, and it goes through
till September 23rd.
September 23rd, so you got a lot of time to come out here, get some ideas, kick a few tires, and just check out what builders are putting in to new homes these days.
Wet bar and a big screen TV. I think that's all I would need.
Yeah, that seems satisfactory. Thank you, Cor.
Thank you, Cor.
It just flipped.
He was putting his earpiece back in to try to hear us.
Yeah, so we couldn't quite interact with him, but I'm sure that he would have had some great things to say.
I'm sure he always does.
It's 5:13. You're watching KOIN 6 News, watching out for you.
And a local father is giving back after tragedy struck his family. I'll have that story after the break.
And Senator Jeff Merkley is accusing the Trump administration of misusing federal funds. The report that he released yesterday just ahead.
Congratulations. That's really a fantastic thing. We've all worked very hard.
Welcome back. You're watching KOIN 6 News, watching out for you.
A Beaverton father is taking the darkest period in his life and turning it into something that will help local children. His wife passed away earlier this year due to an illness, and the softball community rallied around his family, and now he's giving back. Pacey Labor just turned 1 year old, and while she was born early, she's now thriving. But one very important person was missing during her birthday celebration.
They actually got a blood infection that shut her organs down. In post-pregnancy, she had some bleeding that led to E. coli.
Pacey's mom, Ashley, passed away several months after giving birth because of the infection. It was unexpected and devastating for Matt and their 2 daughters, Pacey and her 7-year-old sister, Peyton. But he knew Ashley, who coached softball, would want him to keep moving forward.
I think the biggest thing for my family is keeping her memory alive. She was very devoted to children, being a mentor to youth, as well as foster children.
That's how the idea was born for the Ashley Labor softball tournament, after the softball community rallied around the family, even wearing helmets with Ashley's initials.
Her softball team was very supportive during the loss, so I think that helps. I think sports in general, having that sportsmanship and people around you to kind of carry you through a dark time.
The tournament will benefit 3 organizations she supported, and money raised will also go to the Maddie Higgins Scholarship Foundation. Maddie was a softball player from West Lynn when she was killed in a car accident in 2014.
You see that?
Matt hopes to make the tournament an annual event, and that someday both of his girls can play in honor of their mom.
Ashley is just was an amazing person, and I'm focused, and we're focused as a group on keeping her light burning with how strong she was and the love she had for our youth.
That tournament is September 21st through the 23rd, with Portland State playing the showcase game against Concordia Friday night at the Hillsborough Stadium. Teams from all over the Northwest are playing in that tournament. We have a link if you're interested on KOIN.com. So again, that only happened, his wife passed away in April. So he's really just kind of taking this and trying to move forward. And I mean, I was amazed at how strong he was when we were there.
Yeah, so, incredibly admirable to take action from the grief.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
All right, 5:18 now. We got Carly here for traffic in just a moment, but first, Kelly's here. Kelly, we had more rain yesterday, I think, than what, mid-June?
Yes, than since June. So it's been a while since we got some measurable rain, and it felt pretty nice, except for you, Trevor. You didn't like that. But Hurricane Florence, let's talk about that real quick. This is a tricky storm to forecast for because those tracks have now changed. That red line in the middle, that is the average of all the models, and where it looks like it will make landfall as a Category 3 there in South Carolina. But since yesterday, we've been seeing these models a big discrepancy. So now we're including this big bulkier southward. So we could even see the storm tracking south and making landfall in Georgia. So it's really tricky to see where this will again make landfall, and where it does, it'll create a massive storm surge and lots of rain. Isolated areas may get up to about 20 inches. So right now, still on track to hit South Carolina. And again, looking at Friday morning, we'll see that pushing in. But this is going to be a big storm. It's a major hurricane, Category 4 at the moment. That means sustained winds are churning at about 140 miles an hour. So it's a big one that's going to move in here again Friday morning. For us, though, we are calm out here, seeing a light showering out there for some parts of the valley, but temperatures in the low to upper 50s. Portland sitting at 57 degrees out at the coast there. Some rainfall as well. Temperatures in the low 50s. We are tracking this upper level trough here that is sitting over the northwest that's still throwing showers our way. We've got another disturbance here pushing in, giving us those scattered showers. So through today, expecting that same type of pattern that we saw yesterday pushing in again. So right now, fairly dry out in Portland, but again, those scattered showers moving eastward. We'll see those moving in and out here through today. Here's a rainfall. Futurecasts very scattered out there. Some areas of heavy rainfall, so we may see some locally heavy downpours out there, even a thunderstorm possible throughout the afternoon as well. Overnight tonight, drying out a bit, but heading into our Thursday, we'll continue with those heavy areas of scattered showers among sun breaks out there too. Here's a look at our pet walk forecast. Say good morning to Bo, a cute guy there. You almost kind of forget which photo I choose. So nice one to pop up there, Bo, looking pretty comfy, sitting back and relaxing this Wednesday morning. 67 degrees, spot shower out there for today. Across the coast today in the low 60s, in the valley, mainly the mid to upper 60s. In the gorge, still a morning shower possible. We'll see temperatures in the mid 70s. Here's our 7-day forecast. We'll keep temperatures in the upper 60s, so it's almost like we are falling into fall here a little bit early. By Monday, looking drier, some sunshine back in the mix for us. Temperatures staying mainly in the low to mid 70s heading into next week. Carly.
All right, well, let's take a look at 2 traffic alerts I have. One of them is a crash reported on Sandy at 87th. This is not causing a delay. And then on I-84 eastbound, watch out for emergency crews with this semi-truck. It looks like either a police officer or an ODOT incident responder pulled up to kind of warn drivers there that a semi is stalled off to the side. And you can see cars coming out of that curve really don't know until they're right up on it. So I-84 eastbound at 33rd, watch out for the semi-truck partially blocking the right lane. 26 eastbound, 5 minutes in from 217. The I-5 northbound commute, 15 minutes. I-84, 6 minutes westbound in from I-205, and in from Vancouver, I-5 southbound is only 8 minutes.
Thank you, Carly. 522. You're watching KOIN 6 News.
And up next, Amazon really wants you to buy everything from them. A look at how you'll be able to deck the halls this Christmas with just a few clicks.
As cheerleaders for the LA Rams, Napoleon Janice and Quentin Perrone are breaking barriers. They're also hoping to change minds about men stepping into traditionally female roles.
So once you go out there and you show your dance moves.
Oh yeah, you change minds like that.
We'll have that story coming up on CBS This Morning.
Welcome back at 5:26. Apple may be the darling of the smartphone industry in the U.S. They're Jenny's favorite, but the popularity has not caught on in some big international markets.
They just don't know what they're
despite
missing.
your best efforts as a trendsetter.
Right,
Yeah.
and that I am, Trevor. Apple's signature device accounts for only 2% of smartphone sales in India. Sales sit at between 8 and 10% in China. Now, India and China are the two biggest markets for cell phones, but price is the biggest hurdle in India.
Work on your India outreach, Jenny.
I might be married to a guy who
That's
has
true.
some ties
You're
to
trying
India.
your
Yeah,
best.
right.
Well, Amazon will ship just about everything to your door, and now you can add fresh 7 feet tall Christmas trees to the list. The trees will be shipped in a usual type of box without water. The company says the trees will be sent within 10 days of being cut down, possibly sooner. Trees, wreaths, and garland go on sale in November. I can't believe we're already talking about this.
Yeah, this strikes me as something you would do, though. Like if you were to have a Christmas tree, that you would order it off Amazon.
Yes.
Yes.
If I was going to have one.
Right.
Even
notice I put that disclaimer in there.
If I was required by law to have a Christmas tree, then I would get it from Amazon.
Okay, good to know. It's 5:27. You're watching KOIN 6 News.
Coming up, Hurricane Florence is barreling towards the Carolina coast this morning, and after the break, we're live in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina, as people pack up and leave.